Hey there, Drew with Auditing Reno 911. Thanks for watching my videos. So I'm following up more with my Deputy Jason Bueno arrest and hotbox torture. So Deputy Bueno had a lot of different statements during our court hearings over the two hearings that we had. So he also accused me of editing. So Deputy Bueno, you are right. I am editing. So I'll tell you what I've edited together here. Together is a bunch of Deputy Bueno's statements, and I've put some video in to give context to some of his statements. And what I'd like everybody to do, if you got a moment, is go through this, listen to Deputy Bueno, discover if you think he's lied somewhere, and let me know in the comments where you think he lied. Whether I put something in there to show a lie, or whether I just leave some stuff blank. I left a lot of blank stuff. I don't want to show all my cards because there is legal action underway, but the point of this is, what do you, the people, think? Did Deputy Bueno lie under oath? Did he lie to the judge? Did he lie to the court? Is he an honest actor?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you from that far away.
I'm sorry. This gentleman is trespassing on the property.
Sir,
Okay.
can you identify yourself?
I'm the warden of the complex.
And what's your name?
So I'm asking him to be removed as a trespasser.
Sir,
he
what
doesn't
is your
have
name?
authorization to be on the property.
Understood.
He's not an employee here. He came onto the property without permission.
Sir,
And
what
my
is your name?
understanding is the facility is on lockdown because
Yes,
of
it
this.
is.
This is disrupting operations.
This is disrupting operation.
Okay.
Sir, what is your name?
Okay. Put that down. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
If Mr. Rebar wishes to turn on the camera, have it at me, collect me and the voices of the parties, that can happen. And I'm finding under the subsection 2 of Rule 230 that is reasonable.
Under the false pretense that he is a journalist.
So he's allowed to record the court and audio of this proceeding, the other parties talking. That's been my ruling.
The contents of the videos that he's presenting constitute a Category C felony of aggravated stalking and harassment against myself. There's a criminal case that's being filed on that matter this week. Obviously, my attorneys would be aware of him editing those and publishing those, and how he is twisting all facets of this case that have been proven through documentation and investigation, and through the sheriff's office and the DA's office.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Hi there. I'd like to file a criminal complaint.
Okay.
She only has the one complaint that we just received in regards to the deputy. The other one was in regards to D&D.
He was avoiding service and tried to be served in Carson City.
Hi, this is David.
Hey, David. This is Drew Rebar. Who are you with again?
With the sheriff's office.
Okay, and I just want to let you know I'm recording our conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I just wanted to gather some more information and set up a time with you tomorrow to meet up, and you can serve me that stuff.
So would each of you please raise your right hands? Do each of you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony either that you have given, the answers you have, or statements you have made since the beginning of this hearing, and any information or testimony you provide from here on out either was the truth or will be the truth?
So help me God.
So help me God.
He's been provided with investigations from the sheriff's office when he made a complaint of torture.
You're trying to hotbox me.
I have the air back there going.
Well, you rolled up the window that left a breeze.
What's that?
Yeah, you rolled up the window that left a breeze. So like I said,
Yeah,
I figured you were just trying to hotbox me.
Very shortly, there'll be a cease and desist from my personal injury attorney to remove all content from YouTube, as it's libelous and damaging, and it was proven such.
Specific threat from Mr. Rebar right now. I'm gonna come to your house and, follow you in your vehicle everywhere you go to annoy you, or I'm going to hit you, or I'm going to, do something to your property. Anything explicit like that.
I would have to go through the hundreds and hundreds of comments in order to specifically see. I don't watch all the content of his videos. I have someone that's doing that. So I would have to defer, and maybe that would be a time to be able to adequately present those as well.
Jason Jeffrey Bueno versus Drew Rebar, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Your Honor.
So then I'm going to have the two of you raise your right hand and be sworn. You don't have to stand up, but that's okay. You both solemnly swear that the testimony today will be the truth, and so help you God.
So help me God. When Mr. Rebar pled no contest without duress to these charges.
Okay.
Since that time, Mr. Rebar has filed multiple false complaints against myself.
How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you again, sir.
What can I do for you?
I brought in another complaint.
Another complaint?
Another complaint, yes, sir. This is for the incident the other day, not the deputy director, but this is against everybody involved in my arrest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sergeant Riggin, I believe, met with you originally.
I hadn't filed a complaint fully on
Okay.
that like this. This is much more detailed. It's
Okay.
got the timeline with the statute where the law was broken.
Specifically, and prior to the no contest pleading, he made a complaint to the sheriff's office that he was tortured during this arrest.
You're trying to hotbox me.
That investigation concluded that there was no such evidence and no such torture, period. And Mr. Rebar was adequately notified of that. Since the time that the charges were dismissed, Mr. Rebar has continued to fabricate that this was a false arrest. But since then, he has gone online to no less than 10 different YouTube videos as well as on social media, and has deliberately lied and defamed and edited videos that he has posted, claiming that he was tortured.
Got a little sweaty back there.
A little bit.
Did the air run in?
No.
I
think you're trying to hotbox me.
Get you all dried up and do your thing?
Deliberate things that would go against the narrative that he's trying to prove, i.e. body camera footage from myself that showed all the air conditioning fully on and in the low setting. He has cut those off, and he deliberately distorts the facts. I have all the dates and times of when Mr. Rebar was arraigned, when he pled guilty. All the video, including the body camera video that I had on during the entire time, that showed his window down during the first of ever being hot or uncomfortable in the vehicle. Mr. Rebar, and based on his statements, misleading.
You're saying these are all a result of the general comments Mr. Rebar is making about the incident that are false?
Yes, sir. Deliberate defamation, despite the facts that he's been presented, the complete distortion of every aspect of this case, deliberately and knowingly defaming me. I've been in contact with my attorneys, and it's very clear that until I take the steps to protect my family, they're going to continue to be endangered by Mr. Rebar's lies and defamation.
Has Mr. Rebar spoken to you directly?
We have an exchange briefly at the sheriff's office when he was trying to film not too long ago.
Okay, it's like I said last time I was here, you got to go to the front desk here. Hey, Sheriff. What can I do for you? I don't know if you're aware, but the case got dismissed from my arrest.
I was not aware. I don't follow up on that.
Okay. Yes, that got dismissed. So what I'm here to do is to follow up on the complaint that I made initially after the arrest and see what happened with that complaint, and to file another complaint because since the case has been dismissed, there's some U.S. Supreme Court rulings with regards to cases being dismissed, and there's also some state law. So do I need to make a phone call or? Oh, I'm always filming when I'm doing this part.
Do you see the signs?
What about the signs?
You may not record in the law.
Can't record in the lobby? Does that violate? Well, let me ask.
And read the sign?
I'll go read the sign though.
Thank you.
But my question to you is, does that violate NRS 171-1233?
Read the sign.
Okay. So who should I give this to then?
I would say the district attorney's office.
Well, I've given them one, but I wanted you to have one, and I wanted to follow up because it looks like, that looks like Deputy Bueno over there.
You need to stop recording right now.
Okay, so under threat of arrest. I just want to be clear, under threat of arrest.
Read the notice.
I'll go read the notice, but if you're telling me to stop filming under threat of arrest, I absolutely will. Okay. So can I not use this phone to call either and record? What's that? No, but to record, to file a complaint, to talk to whoever did the internal affairs investigation.
You need to read the sound.
Okay, so how do I get service if I can't record?
Film the sound.
But how do I get service if I can't record?
You need to go outside and film the sound. Go outside.
So there's no, okay, I'm being told to stop recording, okay. So this overrides, can't really see this here. There it is. Okay, so what they say here is the use of camera video. Phone's ringing here, everybody. Okay, so what this says right here is the use of camera video and audio recording is prohibited. Article 1, Section 8A of the Nevada Constitution assures a victim of crime the right to be treated with fairness and respect for his or her privacy and dignity, and to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse throughout the criminal or juvenile justice process. The audio or visual recording of any victim of crime in the Carson City Sheriff's Office without the victim's consent is prohibited. Hi there. They made it illegal to record inside for the sheriff. Nice. So we should probably go back to Jason Woodbury's office and file a complaint about this photo. Okay. So I'm just asking a question. Oh, there's the, we'll have some paperwork for you soon, Jason. No, I'm just wondering how that overcomes NRS 171-1233. That's my question. And how does that overcome Article 1, Section 9 of the Nevada Bill of Rights? And how does that overcome the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution? So, anyways, are you aware of Mack versus Williams? Well, yeah, you arrested me, sir.
You can't record in the building though, the sheriff notified you that.
Well, as long as we're under threat of arrest, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Go read Mack versus Williams.
But I haven't had any other direct contact with him. He just chooses his platform.
Do you maintain that Mr. Rebar made those calls or somebody else, or do you know?
I don't think it was Mr. Rebar. I think it was in line with his commentary on social media and YouTube platforms that has clearly released my information, encouraged people to contact me, and by him deliberately distorting and lying about every aspect of this case. And again, Mr. Rebar is fully aware of every fact of this case and yet continues to deliberately distort them to fit his narrative.
So Mr. Rebar himself has never, or has he threatened your children?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of. However, I do need to add a caveat that I have not gone through. My attorneys certainly will go through the thousands of comments that are on his pages. Mr. Rebar has a case, a personal vendetta that he is out. His YouTube page is full of verbal altercations with anybody that he can strike up. On September 28th of 2022, he went to the prison to demand some type of paperwork, at which point he filed a false report of battery against the deputy director. Mr. Rebar has a history of false allegations against public officials.
No, I can't.
Okay, you're not gonna turn it off, I'm gonna walk.
You're not gonna accept my records request?
Records request form?
What?
Anything you need?
Why are you moving up on me so fast? Sir, could you please maintain your distance? Sir, please.
He stated that he was on a public roadway. I have the video of his pleading no contest, at which point his attorney makes comment that Mr. Rebar didn't know it was not a public roadway and it was a controlled access. So
this is a public roadway, which in fact it is a public roadway because we've got visitors coming and going, obviously. Yeah. We don't have any no trespassing signs up. Boarding, doing that First Amendment right.
Mr. Rebar continues with this narrative in his mind of what he believes is the absolute truth. Low temperature means that the temperature was on low. You can clearly hear all the fans going. There was no manipulation of anything. Mr. Rebar deliberately cut that out of his video so nobody can see that the temperature was on low for him in the vehicle. But he continues to fabricate these lies. And I guess it's my understanding that he's admitting to perjury if now that he's saying that his pleading of no contest was under some type of duress. Attorneys and the judge makes it very clear of knowing what entering into this plea means.
So that does show the dismissal?
Yeah, so case is closed, and then if you see here, it's dismissed. That's
okay,
the
perfect.
charge.
And gives him the opportunity to dispute that, not go on an anti-government rant, because his intention today, if this order is not granted, is to post all the content to his page with his narrative of corrupt government. That has nothing to do with the case of my children being threatened because of his defamation. A libel is a gross misdemeanor. A libel is a malicious defamation expressed by printing, writing, signs, pictures, or the like, tending to blacken the memory of the dead, or to impeach the honesty, integrity, virtue, or reputation, or to publish the natural defects of a living person or persons, or community of persons, or association of persons, and thereby to expose them to public hatred, contempt, or ridicule. Every person, whether the writer or the publisher convicted of this offense, is guilty of a gross misdemeanor. I could sit here all day long, Your Honor, and grandstand of the fact that I've been a United States Marine and sworn oath to the Constitution, a law enforcement officer over 18 years. What has everything to do with this case is that there's factual evidence that Mr. Rebar was not tortured, he was not falsely arrested.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you from that far away.
I'm sorry. This gentleman is trespassing on the property.
Sir,
Okay.
can you identify yourself?
I'm the warden of the complex.
And what's your name?
So I'm asking him to be removed as a trespasser.
Sir,
He
what
doesn't
is your
have
name?
authorization to be on the property.
Understood.
He's not an employee here. He came onto the property without permission.
Sir,
And
what
my
is your
understanding is the facility is on lockdown because
Yes,
of
it
this.
is.
This is disrupting operations.
This is disrupting operation.
Okay.
Sir, what is your name?
Okay. Put that down. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Creating disturbance on the property.
I'm not going to receive this guys at all.
But his deliberate false narrative, equaling to defamation, which will be handled in other court avenues, of course, is whipping these people up into a frenzy that haven't even heard, fully showing him the entire time he was back there, windows down, air conditioning fully on. I have nothing to hide. Mr. Rebar's goal is to, try this in the course of public opinion to fit his social gain.
Hi there. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Holy smokes.
I need to file a lawsuit.
Another one?
Another one.